Hey guys, and welcome back to Culture Boys, a show where two guys just want to have a chat. I'm Nathan, and as always, I'm joined by Pepe. And we are back with another manga corner. We're recommending stuff again.
Yeah, let's go.
So, this time, I got to recommend stuff.
Yes.
I don't remember what the last one was.
Last one was Period Fukujakura, by the way.
Wait, was it actually?
Wait, was it?
No, that was the first one.
Enigma? Enigma. It was Enigma.
Yeah. We got this. We know our show.
Yeah.
We know our show, whatever.
Just about.
Anyway, this time round, I elected to recommend to Pepe a series that I actually did really like at the time. And I dropped off for, I don't remember why, probably dubious reasons to do with, a certain app Pepe and I used to use that then we couldn't use.
Yeah, that was...
I won't go into more detail. I'm not going to lie, that's probably why I dropped off, because I used to read a lot on said app.
Yeah.
And then lost a lot of sources.
Back in the day. It was a different time back then.
Yeah.
It was a different time.
This time round, we are reading Orient.
Yes. So we have both read the manga from the previous mangaka of this.
Yes. Shinobu Otaka-san.
Yeah.
Most popularly known for Magi?
Is it Meiji? Well, I'm not actually sure how to pronounce it.
Someone tell us how to pronounce it, because we say Magi because we don't know.
Yeah.
We've only ever read the word, we've not heard the word.
Yeah.
But I suspect maybe Magi.
Yeah.
But either way, whatever it is,
Yeah, we read
Magi, The Labyrinth of Magic.
Yes.
The one with Aladdin and Sinbad.
Yeah. Did you ever finish that, by the way?
I did. I read all of that.
See, I got to the final arc and I dropped off.
Did you?
So I actually don't know how it ends.
Oh, no.
I got into literally the final battle, but I never actually read how it ended. So I'm probably like only 10 chapters off finishing it, but I just never...
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't really like the ending.
Yeah. This is the one thing that like comes through... I'm going to jump straight into this as well with how... I'm going to say Magi because I feel like I think Magi is going to be right. Or
Yeah, I was gonna say like Magi is sort of like...
Magi, yeah.
Yeah, do you know, like...
We'll roll with that
I feel like that's more yeah.
Yeah, we'll roll with that for the moment. If we're wrong, apologies.
You know what? We'll say it however, and we'll just keep changing it as it comes.
Yeah. So this is the kind of thing that I already have a feeling about with Orient, in the fact that, like, spoiler for Magi straight off the bat, by the way, because Sinbad is basically the big bad in the end for Magi, right?
Yeah.
So jump straight into that, and I'm already getting very similar vibes.
Yeah, I know who you're gonna... Yeah.
Off of Orient straight off the bat. I'm reading this, and it's in the first 5. We read the first 5 chapters of this. I did anyway. Nathan's obviously read past it a lot more.
Yes, but this time round I also only read 5. But I've read more than that previously.
It's like Nathan jumping back into it, innit? Like, straight off the bat, there's these characters which like appear to be like, they're the Bushi, the like high, like the high order guys, and it's like, okay, I'm already getting like there's this theme of like these guys seem to be good, but there seems to I already feel like there's gonna be some sort of like undertone. I realize we just jumped straight into this, we're actually giving details of what the fuck Orient is.
Well, you said you're jumping straight into it.
Yeah.
What am I gonna do?
Yeah.
You coming here hot, bruh?
Yeah. Do we want to give a rundown of what Orient is then? I feel like really like I should have waited for that. But yeah, there we go.
Nah, it's cool.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's a spur of the moment thing, innit?
It is, yeah. I just wanted to give my initial thoughts on that kind of thing. It's just that, like, because we were talking about Magi, and I think there's so many similar themes that are coming through already with this series.
I mean,
Yeah.
it will do, because same mangaka, but
Yeah.
yes. Breakdown time! I feel like we should have a graphic for it or something.
Maybe, yeah.
I don't know. But no.
Wow, that idea got shot down straight away. Maybe we should have a graphic.
Well, because it means one of us.
No.
Full disclosure, this is all staying in the edit. That means one of us has to make it, and I'm gonna be honest, can't be bothered.
Yeah. Low effort.
Yeah. I mean, have you seen our show.
Maybe we could just like, maybe we put like a mad soundbite over the top of it. It's like, or something like that, and that's when you go into the breakdown.
What?
Because we do.
Just heavily, heavily edit the sound clip of one of us going breakdown time, breakdown time.
Breakdown time. And there's like fire, and there's like a really shit spinning graphic, and it's like that.
And the best part is none of it's gonna happen.
None of it's gonna happen. It's just gonna be a black background with the words just simply breakdown.
It might not even be that. Nothing will appear, and it will just be us talking about it. It'd be even funnier. Anyway, Orient. As previously stated, created by Shinobu Otaka, known for Magi, The Labyrinth of Magic. Originally published May 30th, 2018 and ongoing. Which is crazy, by the way, that Orient's still ongoing.
Yeah, fair play to it.
The anime was animated by ACGT. That's the studio name. Never heard of them, but like, yep.
Right, yeah. Nah, I don't think I have either.
And originally aired January 6th, 2022 to September 27th, 2022. So we discovered literally just before recording that is technically the internet says season 1 and season 2, but it seems like it was like a mid-season break. So it's like you could say season 1, which is really big.
Yeah, I feel like it's going to be a season 1 and it just took a break and there's a part 2, but it's a part 1 and part 2. Quite what a lot of animes do these days as well. They take little breaks like for a few months and then jump back into it. But yeah, that's what Orient did. And it's got 23 episodes, 12 episode breaks basically, but yeah.
Yes, thank you, Pepe, for the anime breakdown.
Breakdown!
Breakdown.
Breakdown.
There he is. I knew he'd get it eventually.
Shining
justice. Oh God! Stop! Copyright.
Okay. Imagine I got copyright claimed for a really shit cover of that. Breakdown. Cease and desist, please. The vocals are not on point. Not because of copyright, but please, it just sounds awful.
Anyway, Orient. The story revolves around a 15-year-old boy named Musashi and takes place during Japan's Sengoku period. At a time, Japan is ruled by Oni and Bushi are considered taboo. Musashi is blending in as a minor along with the others who are brainwashed into thinking that the demons are their saviors and fed lies about the samurai being evil. However, Musashi knows the truth. He wants to confront the demons with his special power. From Wikipedia.
Thank you, Wikipedia, and thank you, Nathan, for the breakdown.
What is today? We've got some weird.
It's a day of tangents. I'll fucking tell you that.
We got some weird energy going.
Yeah, it's one of those things, right? Okay, like, as I said, jump straight into it before with like how I feel about Orient straight off the bat. Like, it feels. I'm gonna go straight into it. That this feels like a series that feels it wants to throw twists and turns at you at every moment, basically.
Yes,
and I think. Like reading these first 5 chapters, one, I got that energy straight off the bat, and 2, it just actually reminded me about how mad Magi was with that as well.
Yeah,
like I completely forgot like how like dark the series was at times. So there's a lot of stuff that came through with that, and the art style is kind of in some ways, I want to say it throws you off with it. Because there's something really charming about the art style of Magi and Orient, where it's like it kind of comes across as like it's like, oh, this looks really colorful, this looks really like happy, gives us happy vibes, and then suddenly these fucking demons come through which are eating people, and there's like this really like weird looking like demon lord kind of thing. It's like, oh, okay, there you go. It's like,
yeah, I think it's because, and this is just my observation, is I think because a lot of the times when it's the humans interacting, the faces aren't as sharp.
Yeah.
And like the lines aren't as like angular.
Mm-hmm.
So like everything seems softer.
Yes.
And like sort of more like comfortable. And then when the action comes, it gets like angular and sharp and detailed.
Yeah.
So then you're like, oh fuck, stuff's kicking off.
there's like more shading than usual, and you're like, oh, okay, like there's like sort of, you know, like when like a character like you feel like a character's gonna go like fucking sicko mode or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And like he turns around, also you just see the eyes and it's whited out, and like, the
Yeah.
face is like shadowed over, and it's like,
Yeah, 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 yeah.
oh, that's the look that, you know, like the mangaka has really fucking done well with this, and that's like conveys a feeling of like, oh shit, shit's gonna go down.
Honestly, I think the shading is a huge part of it as well. Because like when
Yeah.
they're just talking and it's not serious, there's a lot of like the white tone. Obviously, manga being black and white, there's not as much of the intricate shading in between. So like you just got your solid like black and white.
Yeah.
Like some things might have some shading just to give depth to what the panel looks like. But generally, yeah, like when they're just hanging about, you know, being calm, it's like it's softer lines, like block colors, and then when it's like, oh shit, that's when it's like shading, detail, angles, and things, and you're just like, whoa. Art style's amazing though. I really, really love the art style.
They switch between it so well.
I know, right?
And like that's what I mean by like you said it like spot on with like it feels softer at those times where it is that not a lot of stuff is going on, and that's what really catches it, like that, especially in the first chapter where obviously they're like led to believe that, oh, the whole village is led to believe that, oh, the demon lords actually say our saviors, the Bushi are evil.
Yeah.
And like everyone's like, hey, celebratory, yeah, and then like they walk through, and then there's just like hundreds of slaves basically being eaten by like demons, and it's like, oh, that's like dark as hell. And then there's like these weird cat demon things which just got thousands of teeth, and you're like, okay, that's caught me off guard with all this stuff going on beforehand.
See, but even like the cat demons is like, that's how you know it's getting serious, because like you said, it opens up and then there's like, oh, there's all the slave miners. But if you notice, like even the cat demons have like extra details that the people don't have.
Yeah.
And that's when you sort of like, I don't know, like I didn't notice it consciously until you said it. But I'm like, oh yeah, like the cats do have extra details. Like you can see little like fluffs coming off, you know, little like bits of fur sticking out and stuff, and it's like they're slightly more detailed than everything else, and you're like, okay,
yeah,
that's important.
It kind of gave me off, like that first chapter at least gave me some proper Promised Neverland vibes.
Yeah, I could see that.
You read that, didn't you?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. I couldn't remember if like you did read it or not. I was like, wait, hold on.
Yeah, of course.
It's one of those ones where I was like, oh yeah, I was talking about it. I was like, wait, did Nathan actually read this series or not? I was like, yeah.
Promised Neverland, of course.
Yeah, fucking incredible series.
That was like the peak of me being really into manga, and I read everything.
Yeah.
Everything in Shonen Jump, I was on that.
That's why I had to sort of question myself there, because obviously lots changed since then. But like that's the vibe that I got from the first chapter of that, and then it just kind of goes from there. Where Promised Neverland is a series where these kids are just trying to like get by, and like you feel like the kids are powerless, but they overcome those other characters. Whereas this is like, at least like Musashi actually has been training his whole life, so that goes proper into that shonen like aspect, doesn't it? Like
that was cool.
Yeah,
I completely forgot about that part. Like I remember Musashi, and I remember some stuff about what happened after where we've read. But like that first part, I completely forgot when he was like, yeah, I've been training in secret. And then you just see him with this, everyone's like, oh yeah, your pickaxe is like so big and so different. And it's like, dude, that's a fucking scythe. Dude has a freaking scythe, and it looks awesome.
Awesome with a ORE. Awesome.
Oh, you're the worst. Why you gotta do that? Why you always gotta do that?
I'd follow up with another pun, but I feel like I'd be digging my own grave.
Dead. I'm dead. You're such a. Anyway, moving on from my pain and suffering, you bastard. I really like the world that was set in this, and now that I think about it, reading more from the description where you were saying before, you had like similar vibes to like Magi. I only read up to a certain point with this series, and now I'm starting to think, is it still ongoing? And this is my speculation. I don't know.
Yeah.
We obviously don't know. But because it's also the Sengoku period, right? So the Warring States period, essentially.
Yeah.
Does that mean that, going off of what I know from Magi as well,
Okay, yeah.
halfway through, does that mean they got rid of the Oni? Now it's it's a human only world.
Yeah.
And now it's just samurais fucking fighting for land again.
Oh.
You know, because that's the Warring States period was the clans taking over and becoming daimyos.
That's a good point. Yeah.
And now, because, like they talk, and this is just from what I swear they talked about, like Oda Nobunaga.
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
There's a Takeda clan. So, like, do you know what I mean? I'm like, they're using these big names from the time period.
Yeah.
And because, spoilers for Magi, there was a post, like, towards the end, there was, like, a post, like, oh, we've done everything, like...
It was, yeah.
The world is peaceful and good, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or, like, we did what the main objective for the first half was, now it's, like, different.
Yeah.
Is this going to do the same thing where it's like, we're fighting Oni, we're trying to take down the demon lords,
Yeah.
but then we took them down, and now we're dealing with people.
I mean, again, you've read more than me with this, and it feeds back into my earlier point of like the way the characters are set up in some ways, where you see like, this like leader who's like really well respected might end up turning out to be evil.
Yeah, I just had to look up. I just looked up his name because he's the first like new Bushi leader of a Bushi band that we see.
Yeah.
Now Tora Takeda.
Yeah.
Or Takeda. Like, so that's what I'm saying is like the Takeda clan or Takeda clan are like established in the first 5 chapters.
Yeah.
To me, he came across as Sinbad.
Yes, is the exact Sinbad vibes. 100%
Right?
Sinbad vibes. Yeah.
Which is why I was like, right. So reading the breakdown and its Sengoku period, there's a Sinbad feeling guy.
Yeah.
Warring States period.
Mm-hmm.
Is he gonna be this story's version of Oda Nobunaga and try to unify Japan, or is he gonna follow in Sinbad's footsteps but in Orient style? So he did unify Japan, but maybe he's not all squeaky clean.
Yeah.
Now Musashi and Kojiro and their band are like, no, we have to take down the Shogun.
Yeah, it could easily be like that because this is all stuff as well. That obviously, again, like I feel like only going off 5 chapters here, it's so hard to actually be like, oh, I reckon this is gonna go this way. But like especially when Musashi sees Takeda and he's like, oh, I get bad vibes from this guy. He stole my kill and all that.
Yeah.
Like I don't know whether that comes from, oh, I get bad vibes off this guy because he stole my kill, or I just get bad vibes off this guy because he's just like there's something dodgy about him.
Even from what I remember from what I read, they were still fighting Oni, and like I don't think I heard much more about the Takeda clan from where I read previously.
Okay, yeah.
So yeah, I don't even remember how far I read, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
I might have only read like 20, 30 chapters. Because it was like, I remember when I jumped on it, it was like brand new at the time. And I was reading it like, I want to say weekly, maybe bi-weekly, like fortnightly.
Yeah.
But like, I was like reading it as it was coming out at the time.
Yeah. It's one of those ones, like, fair play to it as well. It's been going since like 2018. So like,
I know, right?
in 6 years now, basically.
But that's what I'm saying is like,
how far is it? Yeah.
Yeah, in 6 years you can still be fighting Oni. Because like what we saw in 5 chapters, it took one looked like pretty competent, established band of Bushi to take down the first demon lord. We don't even know how many demon lords there are.
Yeah. And you can already imagine that that's not going to be the strongest demon. There's going to be like villains in the future of this, which are going to be like, oh, this guy, make this guy look like a freaking like level 1 boss or whatever, and it's like, okay,
yeah, exactly.
Like what does the final boss look like in this? This is the thing you're like, where?
Oh, we've already seen him, Pepe.
Oh,
who's now Tora Takeda.
Oh yeah, 100%. I love that. Like, there's probably people out there that are listening to this, or might be, that have like up to date with Orient, and they're like, these guys are chatting so much shit right now.
Yeah, they could not be further from the truth. Look, there is one important detail I remember from past the 5 chapters.
Okay, yeah.
But I can't say it because it's a spoiler. And it's a pretty big spoiler. And Pepe, Pepe won't know. And at risk of Pepe maybe getting into the anime instead, I don't want to say it.
I will probably, like you said as well, I probably actually will start the anime with this. Like, right now, off of our last episode, I'm in the middle of watching Undead Unluck.
Oh, you did? Yeah, nice.
Yeah, I'm like about God, I don't know how many episodes I am through actually. I think like, I'm at least 5 or 6, maybe 7 episodes in
Okay, that's pretty good.
right now because it's dub as well. I can just watch it in the background. Like,
Yeah.
but I most likely if I'm gonna start watching this, I probably will just watch it from like where I took off. Obviously, I'm not gonna read it. I don't think I'm gonna read Orient.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be one of those ones where I'm just gonna do anime only for it.
After reading it again and knowing there's an anime, I feel like Orient is something that would actually benefit from the animation as well.
Yeah,
Like if it's done correctly, I feel like just some of those scenes, like
yeah,
Musashi doing some of those like forms and
yeah.
attacks specifically, and you're like with a big ass scythe, like that animation and like the cut lines and the speed lines and all that, like that could be really cool to see in motion.
Yeah, because as well, like those first 5 chapters are basically them taking down that demon lord.
Yep.
And it makes me wonder: does the first episode of the anime does that cover the first 5 chapters?
I don't know, because I think each episode's only like 20
It's gonna be 24
5-ish
yeah.
minute.
And obviously, like the first one will probably just have an opening in it. It probably won't have the ending, like like with the what we did with Undead Unlock, that kind of thing.
God damn it. I didn't know until last time. That's a thing.
But it's one of those where I can imagine if the pacing's fast enough and they can cut it down, I reckon they could even do up to the bit where Takeda's clan turns up, basically.
Yeah, you know what? In 25-ish minutes,
Yeah.
yeah, that's not a bad shout, to be fair, because then it's like a cliffhanger as well, isn't it? Like,
Yeah, and it's like, there's these people. Wait, hold on, they're the Bushi have arrived, and it's like, oh, what's gonna happen from here? Basically, I think this is what I'm really curious about watching it now. I'm just like, I think, even though yes, I've read the first 5 chapters, I'm 100% gonna go from the start of the anime. I'm not gonna be like, oh, I'll continue where I left off. I'm 100% gonna go for it.
I feel like if it's not when the Takeda clan turn up,
Yeah,
it'll be the unveiling. It'll probably cut at the graduation, when they walk through the gate, and then it's like a shocked face,
yeah.
maybe, and then it's like cut. I don't know, like maybe the
Nah,
revelation that it's like, oh, it's actually your slave labor.
yeah.
I don't know.
I think no, I think he'll go past it because I think they need to grip people a bit more in it, and I reckon they can get up to that twist probably in the halfway mark, and I think that's where we will see Musashi come through with his like, I've been practicing my thing, and then he like takes down like a lot of stuff. Maybe they're on the bike. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff that comes through in it. There's a lot of points you probably can stop off in the first episode. There's a lot of great checkpoints.
It actually is.
Yeah.
It actually is. Yeah, but it's all around the same point though, because it's like anything before that doesn't make sense. Because you're like, I mean, it's establishing the world, and then it is literally after the graduation,
Yeah.
the minor school graduation, where then you're like, oh yeah, that's when you can have. I don't know. I feel like there's like 4 cliffhangers there where you could just be
Yeah.
like, next episode.
Yeah. I mean, bear in mind as well, that first chapter is 64 pages.
Yeah, true.
So it's like, I reckon, obviously you have the setup as well. Like they probably do like a minute or two of like, oh, the Bushi were fighting the demons and all, that stuff. all the world building, that kind of stuff. Like,
Yeah.
and then obviously you got like,
Long ago, the world was only humans, and then the Oni attacked.
yeah, yeah, it goes straight into Avatar. Turns out the Oni are actually the Fire Nation.
Okay, but I just want a voiceover from the voice actor who did Aku from Samurai Jack. Long ago.
Oh my! Oh man. I mean, it could work as well. Don't say like it couldn't. It could, especially. I mean, demon lords, samurai, or Bushi in this case. Like,
Yeah, I mean, he's a demon.
is this basically? This is basically anime Samurai Jack. Nah, it's
Oh yeah, true. I mean, kind of.
has the loosest connections.
Oh yeah, like we've just picked the 2 main points.
Yeah.
Samurai, demon.
There's no time travel. There's no like anything about that. Yeah.
No, but there is. You could say that in Orient they've got weird sci-fi-ish tech, because there's a freaking motorbike. There's a motorbike,
There is. Yeah. It's true.
and there's like Super Sentai armor.
It's true. There's Super Sentai armor.
And then, and Samurai Jack gets flung into the future. There's tech and stuff.
And
I'm gonna
guaranteed
stop making this
there's a few cat demons
comparison.
about as well. Yeah, I feel like it piss a lot of people off. Even though Samurai Jack is an incredible series as well, by the way. We're not yeah, that's one thing.
Oh yeah, it is, and all the like latter stuff that came out, like the continuation, was amazing.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's something different.
But that's yeah. Again, episode of tangents.
Oh my god, right. Despite all of the like, there's a freaking motorbike, like what the hell, in Super Sen. I like that stuff though. The motorbike looks really cool.
Yeah.
And so there's like the samurai armor that's also sort of Super Sentai-esque.
Yeah.
Like these Power Ranger-esque armors, I really fucking love it. I think it's cool.
It does make me wonder as well, like, obviously he's got that motorbike, assuming that his dad just had it lying around, Kojiro.
Well,
that
I
is,
mean, yeah, Kojiro is like from a family of
Yeah.
samurai. So he's from a warrior family. So like, yeah, his dad was probably in a band of Bushi,
Yeah.
if not the leader of one.
Yeah, which makes me wonder, like, was it ever clarified whether his dad was dead or not?
I don't think it's like dead set on
No.
yes he died. I think it's heavily implied that he died.
Yeah, because I couldn't decide, because obviously, like, even in that thing, it was like, oh, it's my dad's favorite scroll. He'll be mad if he ever finds out we're reading it.
Yeah.
That's the like the earliest point we see them until like the Flash thing when they're actually 15.
Yeah.
Obviously, Kojiro's dad isn't there anymore, but is it because he's died, or is he gone to join the Bushi to fight other demon lords, or is it?
The way I always interpreted it was he died in the 5-year interim.
Okay, yeah.
Probably because, again, the world flips, and instead of being like, oh, samurai are our saviors, they're the heroes, it's, oh, Onis are our gods, and samurai are evil. So I'm assuming in the 5-year interim,
They just either push no, yeah.
that they ostracized him enough. Probably stones were thrown, and when I say stones, I mean rocks, and he probably was beaten to death.
Probably like an execution kind of thing, basically. Like
Execution, or whatever. Like they probably exiled him or some shit.
yeah,
Exile would be the nicest thing,
yeah. You'd hope it's more like that.
but I think he's dead. I interpret it as he died.
I think it's one of those ones, like, I think you just have to, like, I'm quite open to it being like, I could be alive somewhere, but we'll see how it goes. And then it's like, what?
Oh my god, Kojiro's dad, like, is the final boss.
I mean, knowing how this series could go, I could see it happening.
They have to team up with Naotora,
Yeah.
and it turns out that Kojiro's dad, the previous head of the Kanamaki clan, is the shogun who unified Japan under an iron fist.
I mean, it's a theory. I can't discredit it. I don't know. It could very well be it. This is one thing.
I also don't know. I'm
Yeah.
just making shit up.
I mean, there's also there's also the possibility that like a human could like partner with a demon as well. And there's like sort of like kind of like a weird human demon hybrid where it's like, haha, I'm the ultimate.
That's Kojiro's dad.
Like it
I'm
could be.
just saying.
It could be. This is where I'm actually going with it. I feel like it could be like, oh, like he looks up to his dad so much, and his dad ended up being like, oh, fuck it, I'm turning to the like demon side, or
His dad is the demon lord shogun.
oh, so many theories. I think at this point we just have to like. I don't know if you go continue reading or watching this, Nathan.
I would like to,
Yeah.
because again, I like this series, and I did actually read this before,
Yeah.
and there's like way more of it than when I stopped for dubious reasons.
Yeah. Jeez. Yeah.
I'd be interested to check out the anime too. I just kind of want to see it in motion.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'll stick with the anime because it seems like it's just that. I don't know if there was any announcements for like more than what was animated.
I mean, yeah, bear in mind, what was it? It's been, God, like 2 years now since the anime launched.
Yeah, which is fair enough. Animation takes time. Maybe there
Yeah.
is gonna be another whatever, like,
Yeah.
like maybe they'll continue it, maybe they won't. But I would like to just sort of see. I would probably watch the anime just to see some of the fight in motion, and then maybe just continue with the manga.
Because I never watched any of the Magi anime. or anything.
Neither did I, because I was already just reading it.
It was really big though. I remember I remember the Sinbad series got its own spin-off and that got animated. So
I remember that came out. I remember I just read that as well.
I always remember like the thing of the Sinbad spin-off is that like I think did that start off before you knew he was a bad guy as well?
Yes.
So at that point I was like, oh, I might read the Sinbad spin-off after I finish Magi, and I got to the point I was like, how are they even set this up? Because again, I knew that Sinbad was I got to the point where Sinbad was evil, but then it was like, wait, hold on, how do they explain this in the spin-off then?
If I remember correctly, the spin-off came out just as the time skip for, at least in the manga at the time, the time skip for Sinbad like getting his wish and like making a better world. I think that all kicked off at the same time.
Yeah.
So like we sort of had inklings that he was like gonna go bad.
Yeah.
Or was bad. I can't remember exact details, but I seem to remember it was roughly around the same time.
Maybe it was planned. Maybe there is like fucking hell. Like that's quite a cool move though. Like obviously creating a spin-off around a villain, basically.
Yeah,
Which is quite you don't really see very often, really. Which would be quite interesting. Like, unless it's like I don't know, Shadow the Hedgehog. that game. Remember the Shadow Hedgehog game? Remember that where he had a gun?
yeah, I do because I still own it.
Was any good? So, no, another tangent here, but
No.
no, okay, fair.
No, it wasn't.
We'll leave that.
I
tangent.
thought it was awful.
We'll leave that tangent there then.
But yes, of course I remember that. I still have my copy on the PS2.
Nice.
Is it though? Is it though?
I'll take your word for it. He has a gun. So.
Yeah, and a motorbike. He could be a Bushi.
Shadow having a motorbike seems absolutely ridiculous to me. Anyway, but like, why do you have a motorbike? You can run fast. Right.
Why does Kojiro, Musashi, and the samurais in this world need motorbikes?
I mean,
They don't have horses either, I swear. I swear it's all just motorbikes.
which is why it's like, interesting. Like, I mean, if we're living in a world here where there's a lot of magic going around, I imagine like these. Is it magic though? Has magic been established in this? It's like kind of like chance, right? Because
Not as far as you know.
oh, okay, yeah.
Not as far as you know, but if you're going to watch the anime, you're going to find out sooner than later.
I mean, it's got to be channeled, right? Isn't it? Like, so, yeah.
It's not so much magic. It's like it's kind of like a
Is it like a key kind of thing, or is it like
yeah, that's what I was looking for. It's kind of like ki. It's kind of like that, like it's a energy that certain people have,
yeah,
which I think are only the Bushi, like if you have warrior blood, if I remember
Yeah.
correctly, or something like that.
when they were fighting the demon lord, like there was like a bunch of the Bushi huddled together, like chaining him down or something as well. So there's got to be some sort of like stuff there, but yeah.
Yeah, okay, so like yeah, you don't know the name, but you've seen it used,
Yeah.
and there's like a thing going on. Yeah, it's like some sort of energy.
Okay. Yeah.
I can't remember what it's called because it's been a while. I wanted to liken it more to Shaman King's Furyoku.
Okay. Yeah.
Like their spiritual energy kind of thing.
Spirit energy. Yeah.
Which I think it might actually just be spirit energy. I can't remember though.
Yeah. That's fair. Like warrior spirit.
Yeah, resolve.
Oh my god. Power of friendship.
I mean, Naotora seems to have a lot of friends.
Oh, the more.
But then
What an idea.
it's also not the power of friendship because we know that because they kill the demon lord and then they all absorb the power. So it's clearly not friendship.
Fuck. Yeah, because God, that happens, doesn't it? Yeah, gee, that happens in
Yeah.
chapter 5.
So we know for a fact it's not friendship
No.
or resolve because they absorb it from the demon.
Yeah. Man, I just gotta keep watching this. Yeah.
Could be resolve still. You could be absorbing the demon's resolve.
Yeah, that's fair. God, this is, yeah.
Stupid speculation.
Taking the demon's resolve is like, I don't know. Makes me feel like the demon had a backstory and had like I've got to protect my demon father. Not my demon father was killed by the Bushi. And the demon has his own backstory that he has, but now they've killed him. They're taking his resolve.
Spin-off story.
Just a demon from the first couple chapters. what what a spin-off that no one really wants. It would be
Yeah, no. It's been out since 2018 and no one's asked for it yet.
It's happening. 2024. We're getting a spin-off of the first villain, really, that you get.
Yeah, the what was it, like the Ena Tengu or something, something like that. Whatever it was called.
It began with a K, didn't it? Like Kiseki. Oh, fucking no.
Kaiseki, fucking what? Seafood. Oh, it's the Kaiseki Oni. Oh, it's the seafood bowl Oni.
Oishi! Freaking hell. There's so much. Is there anything else we have to say about Orient at all? I feel like we've gone down so many tangents, so I feel like 50% of this episode has been chatting shit. 50% of it is actually talking about Orient. What is there anything else that you want to say about it, Nathan, at all?
Not really.
Yeah.
Because obviously I'm gonna recommend this.
Yeah.
The whole episode is my recommendation anyway.
Yeah.
I think a better person to ask is you.
Yeah.
Do you have anything else to say about Orient?
Honestly, the first 5 chapters that I've read have been like really engaging, and if anything, I'll want to read more. But I'll go with the anime for now, just because I feel I want to I want to just try and get into anime in general with these kind of series. I didn't watch any of the Magi anime, and at this point, I feel like I'm going to enjoy this more via an anime. If it's we'll soon see how it goes. It might be a completely different experience. It's one thing.
Yeah.
So we'll see. But judging from the first 5 chapters and what I've seen so far, yeah, I'd like if you love your shonen series. You like a samurai thing, like demon slaying, like mate, this is gonna be right up your alley. So if you're a typical shonen fan, 100% try and give it a shot. That's what I'd say.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Also, I mean, if you're also a fan of Magi, like
yeah,
it's the same creator, so you might like it.
Follows similar themes as well, easily. Like this,
yeah, it does, and it's the same art style, so you know
it's more of what you're gonna love. So yeah, why not give it a shot? But if you got nothing else to say, Nathan, if I've got nothing else to say, let's bring this episode to a close.
What a weird way to do that. If I've got nothing else to say, as in yourself, like I'm pretty sure you would know if you don't have anything else to say.
I don't know, you might end up saying something and okay, here's another tangent we can go down.
Nah,
let's talk about seafood bowls again for like another 5 minutes.
I mean, I could easily do that, but I won't.
Yeah, I feel like it's gonna be a one-sided conversation as well. The one guy that likes seafood and the one guy that
versus the one who doesn't. Yeah.
But thank you for listening to us ramble on for 40 minutes, guys. Remember, tell us what your experiences are for it. Have you watched it? Have you read it? And let us know in the comments below anything about Orient that you love. And remember to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell button for more Cultured Boys videos. Check the links in our description. We have our X there, and we also have our links to our other podcast platforms. But yes, thank you for listening, and we will see you next time for another Cultured Boys episode. Bye-bye.
Bye.